What's up, everybody? Well, this is my first video I'm ever making. Basically, what I want to do is I picked a random lol cow, career cow. This one, Tyler McVicker. I don't know anything about him, but I've recently been getting into the Kiwi farms a lot. Chris Chan specifically. I'm enjoying it a lot. So I want to make a series, maybe just going through picking random lol cows that I know nothing about. And just chill, smoke some weed. I'm taking some dabs throughout this time, probably. Um, just hang out, and we're gonna learn about Tyler McVicker together. So it says here Tyler McVicker, Valve News Network, VNN. Tyler John McVicker. He is an autist with stalker tendency, LARPing as the Jason Schreier of Valve News. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Jason Schreier is, but that's all right. This is presented to us by Fuck Ass. I love it. I fucking love the way people talk on the Kiwi farms too. I'd like to know. It's fucking awesome. Uh, Valve News Network. If you do end up leaking something, you are going down with me. No new people in this group. So this is our first look. I already forgot his name at Tyler McVicker. That sounds like a fake name, but I love it. Flip McVicker. But we got Tyler McVicker. He doesn't look too bad. I've seen people like him before. It's a little scary here, but it's fine. Here he is. He runs a YouTube channel. Inappropriately titled. So he doesn't work for Valve. Okay, I get it. That's a cute little Mario, though. So, you see, Tyler McVicker claims to be a journalist. He spent years sinking himself into college debt to get the degree that proves it. So he must be onto something. He makes videos that he calls reports and claims to have various inside sources. He's also friends with Gabe Newell's son and Zach's, I'm not even going to try, Brown Valve contractor for various projects, including Half-Life Alyx. Oh, I heard oh, wow. I heard Half-Life Alyx was pretty good. But Tyler's biggest claim to fame is unearthing Half-Life Alyx back in 2017 when it was just known as HLVR. So we got a tweet from him here. So what I'm getting so far, he's a journalist. He's an autistic guy. He's not a real journalist, obviously. I mean, no, actually, he got his degree, guys. We can't argue with him anymore. He is a real journalist. Um, but he makes YouTube videos, talks about games. I'm gonna guess his opinions fucking suck based on the fact that he has a career cow page. But he's making money off it, so you can't hate too much. Well, I say that now. As of now, two people were confirmed by Gabe that the 5 years email was faked. I'll be removing the section of the video that involves the email, changing the video's title and description, along with removing tweets related to it. One of the many occasions where Tyler has to backtrack on misinformation because of impulsive. Okay, so he's just a shitty journalist. He just hears something and he fucking goes for it. Okay, I'm getting more of the scope here. Um, I fucking love this shit, guys. I really do. It's really just been consuming my life just reading shit on here. So I thought this would just be a fun way to do it and maybe do something productive while I do. So the journalist. They got a little definition here. It's about right. So, being a real journalist is very important to Tyler. His life forever changed when he first played Portal 2 at the age of 14. That was life changing for me as well. So, I mean, I guess me and Tyler here have a few things in common, but that's all right. And from that moment on, he would forever be in love with the Valve and whatever they make, regardless of quality. I know people like that with other companies too. After all, he possesses no relevant skills or interests to work in the games industry to someday live his teenage dream of working at Valve. So he decided to do what any obsessed Ohio white boy does with their free time in consumerist worldview and become a stalker. I mean, I guess that's just the natural progression of things. That's where we're all trying to get, right? Tyler's mantra when it comes to Valve: don't ask questions, just consume their product, and then get excited for their next product. I know a lot of people like that with like Pokemon games for sure. Um, People just get loyalty to these companies. I mean, it happens, and I know with autism as well, people get very autistic people will get very fixated on things. So I'm sure that adds to the obsession. But on we go. Unlike any journalist who gives a damn about integrity, Tyler is very candid about his fanboyisms for who he devotes reporting on. He made a separate YouTube channel for reporting on Nintendo, but just comparing which one gets more attention, it's fair to say how much of a boner he really has for Valve compared to anybody else. I like Valve. I don't have any complaints about Valve. I mean, I wish they'd make Half-Life 3 like everybody else, but I know it's never gonna fucking happen. After all, he plays Valve games religiously, even printed out his own cards to play Artifact before its original launch, and he had the balls to say the game was fun. And we all know the real truth behind that one. He was also in the first wave of purchases for the 1,000 plus tax Valve Index full kit. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. Wow. Um, Artifact. I remember for a while, if you went on Twitch and you went to Artifact's Twitch, you would just find like a fucking black market of like fucking porn and DMCA, like TV, just playing full movies, TV shows because it was just so like turned a blind eye to because it was worthless. Um, we got a video here. I probably won't watch the whole thing, but I will say somebody here with 155 subscribers would really appreciate the view if you click on this instead. So I'll just play a little bit of it so we can get an idea because I haven't heard this guy at all. I like his Dunder Mifflin shirt. He reminds me a lot of Chris Chan. That's his mannerisms. All right, I'm gonna just skim through this a little bit. Ooh, he's talking faster now. Room's messier. He's much more erratic. Look at those eyes. Got crazy eyes. All right. Well, I took a nice fat dab while that was playing. I'm feeling it. Um, but I could see why people uh, gravitated to troll this guy for sure. It makes sense. I can see it. Um, Definitely a passionate guy. Easy to fuck with him. It is necessary to note throughout the years from 2012 to the present, Tyler has regressed further into the levels of the developing human that make one become a jackass for life. I like that wording. For a number of years, he has claimed to have inside sources who work at Valve. I'm sure he does. He knows that he has Half-Life 3, I'm sure. He's just not sharing it with us. Um, He then uses this acquired information to lead his viewers and fans to wait on the edge of their seat for his next video. Now, these people don't actually have real followers, correct? Like, I see Career Cow makes me think so. Like, I know Ben Shapiro makes his living off doing whatever the fuck it is he does. But, like, this guy, there's no way this guy made money, right? Like, he could never support himself with this. But, whatever. No, I really don't know. I could be wrong. In typical fashion, this involves him bringing up talking points, then vaguely mentioning he might know more. Always, almost always with a heaping load of speculation and misinformation. Um, cool, cool. After 3.5 years of research, here's my report on Valve's next Half-Life title, HLVR. So that's Alex, right? We learned that earlier, that's Alex. This is 95% of what I know about this game. Um, So, okay, I see. So he's just a kind of little scumbag with this. So he tells people he knows shit. People who subscribe to his Patreon to get information from him. And so he does make money. Okay, I was wrong immediately. Um, so there's just people fucking dumb enough to listen to him, I guess. Um, cool. This business strategy of scamming his viewers is so lucrative for him that he has a Patreon, and with some tidbits will exclusively mention them only on his Twitch streams, which also make him a fair amount of cash. Wow, really? Wow. All right. So if you really want to know what's going on with Left 4 Dead 3 and Half-Life 3, you're gonna have to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Go follow the Twitch, donate money to his donate everything you got to him, and you're gonna find out when we're not getting Half-Life 3. That's pretty cool. Um, it's sad that people fall for it. I almost don't feel bad for them either. I mean, I don't feel bad for them. I don't almost. I don't. It's if you really think that this fucking guy has information that's not like out there from any other more notable source, you're far mistaken. Um, let's move on. He's also hunted down and follows every single person who has a Twitter account that works at Valve, including digging out their often barely affiliated contractors and partners. What a psychopath. He's on Twitter every single day, always retweeting whatever Valve related news there is and tweets from their employees, contractors, and partners, no matter how irrelevant to actual news it is. This leads to his community finding these people and following them and harassing them, among other things. So does he really have a following? I'm gonna. Oh fuck. Sorry. I'm gonna scroll off real quick and look up. Fucking already forgot his name. Tyler McVicker. Tyler McVicker. Net worth. There's no way he's worth much. Oh, this makes me feel bad. He's worth $163,000. Fuck, man. My only asset's my car, so not even close. Well, I'm a little blown away right now. I'm not gonna lie. Um, oh, here's some beautiful pictures of the guy. Oh, he looks very feminine here. He doesn't in any of the other ones, but it could. That might not be him. It's possible, but it kind of looks like him. I like the tie. It makes it really like makes it look official. So we're gonna move on. The community. Here we go. I think it's fair to say that when a creator develops a dedicated community that involves Discord, that community becomes a reflection of the creator. Tyler has an online presence that's very well known within the Half-Life community, and boy does he have himself a cult of a personality. Because of his obsessive involvement with making videos, hunting down information, and claiming to have inside sources who work at Valve, he unceremoniously beca- he's unceremoniously become the face for the Half-Life community. At some point along the way, he became closer with the moderators of the r/Half-Life subreddit in their Discord, JC, Valve Archive, Lever Softworks, and he has already hooked himself to the Half-Life Alex modding community. So this guy really fucking weaves his way into the communities despite having no real fucking qualifications other than that bullshit diploma. Um, I don't really know what this is. Adam Foster, someone with real talent who earned an exciting career. Well, here we are. Interesting. The Half-Life modding scene is very unique for a variety of reasons. Games such as Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike, Insurgency. I just had to check. I thought maybe my mic has been muted. I got real paranoid. I would have been real upset. The Stanley Parable, Black Mesa, Gary's Mod all started as Half-Life mods. Oh wow, I actually didn't know most of those. I knew the Stanley Parable. Actually, yeah, I knew the Stanley Parable and I knew Gary's mod. I didn't know TF2, Counter Strike. I didn't know that. Adam Foster created a Half-Life 2 mod called I don't know why I struggle with words so much, especially when I'm stoned. Minerva is what I'm going to call that, which wound up earning him a job at Valve. Many mod creators compete with each other in the hopes that they can one day find themselves a job in games, maybe even at Valve. Now adding Tyler's clout as the face of the community, people in the scene are also working to make content that he can showcase, which maybe Valve will notice. I mean, he does talk to real Valve employees after all, right? Tyler McVicker's a mix between. Oh shit, my bad, dogs. I just clicked a button. Tyler McVicker's a mix between a leech and a fat cancerous tumor to the Half-Life modding scene, openly talking shit or finding game-breaking aspects that make whatever he's playing look like shit. Take, for example, when he played over on the first adventure map for Half-Life Alyx. I want to see where this leads us. Oh, hell yeah. Here we go. Are you guys ready? We won't watch it all. This is horrible. I'm not watching any more of this. But there you go. You guys can go check that out if you want. That is The Passionate Gamer. Check it out. You can watch that whole 13 minutes. Pleasure yourself to it. He found a way to exploit the level by climbing on objects, running through everything. Alright, if you watch the video, you can see that compared to this guy. Okay, this is what I figured about him the whole time, and this is how most of these guys are. He does not want to be criticized. Nothing. Everything he does is perfect, and he doesn't want to hear it if you don't think so. Um, his opinion is the right opinion, and let's read what he has to say. This is your warning. There are images of the final scene of HLA being passed around. If you do not want spoiled, and if you care about Half-Life, believe me, you do not want spoiled. Stay off the internet until you finish the game. I'm deadly serious. You will regret it. At everyone. The spacing, you can see the autism, the spacing, it's all there. Um, okay. he will ban you if you stream the end scene, I guess. Oh, you know, when you hear Tyler McVicker, you just gotta think real journalism. Tyler, a stalker, and his fans are creepy. Up until the writer of Half-Life 1 and 2 mentioned how much Tyler's community was making him suffer, going as far as leaving poor Amazon reviews for his books because of a lack of Half-Life 3. Tyler would always mention names of Valve employees in his videos, so he's a fucking doxer too. Fucking scumbag. Because of his mentioning of names, normal people trying to live private lives who happen to work in the games industry wound up becoming celebrities, getting doxxed and threatened, as was mentioned earlier. Tyler's community is a reflection of him, and there's no denying that. There is a great example showing just how poor Tyler's self-awareness is. It never occurred to him that he's that annoying 20 something who's constantly and obsessively emailing people working their job, then sharing those names to a bunch of children who made the Half-Life 3 meme a part of their identity and lifestyle. On YouTube, he delivers his speech eloquently, even when making passive aggressive jabs at anyone who takes what he said and published it as their own on some gaming news site. On Twitch and Discord, however, the curtain is peeled back to find the real childish jackass behind the scenes, and his fans are very much in that category. So, I don't know if this will risk anything. I doubt anyone's even going to watch this, so I'm going to just click this, look at his channel a little bit, we'll peruse. Um, I always like to just look what people have made. People when I'm looking at them, you know. Um, yeah, it looks about like what I thought. It looks horrible. And I know he's annoying. I've already heard his voice. Our poor boy Tyler McVicker's got some sinus infections, it sounds like. I don't feel like watching a video. I was going to say, let's watch one of his videos and, sit back, maybe have a smoke. But he doesn't interest me. I don't really want to watch his videos. I'm enjoying reading about him, but he's fucking annoying. Um, Here we go. In fact, it's more than likely because of him and his community, the Half-Life community suffered a split in the past few years. Do you think this guy's a big part of why we didn't get Half-Life 3? I mean, according to this paragraph, it sounds like maybe that's the case. Um, he's a fucking dude who doxes people. I mean, that's shitty. I don't get people like this, man. It's just, like, why? What are you trying to do? You're obviously a joke. They all seem to think they have this huge fan base and they have this weird god complex, and I just don't get where it comes from because you got to see how many people calling you out on your bullshit, all these people making fun of you all the time on the internet. Like, if you end up with a page on the Kiwi Farms about you, it's not a good look, and they just keep on trucking on and making content for people to cover. So, I mean, hey, this guy's a career cow, though. I understand they make a real living, and obviously this guy's got more money than I got in my bank account. But still, the existence of being laughed at just seems rough. Uh, Dynamite for all these years. So let's check out this. Let's smoke up, boys. So again, another boring video by him. Um, but still, he definitely seems to have the surprise of a little. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just took another dab. He's a fucking joke. He's easy to laugh at, very clearly. He has that annoying fucking Chris Chan voice. I love it. I'm, I'm here for it. But he's definitely more boring than Chris. I enjoy watching Chris videos. Maybe we'll do some of that too. Just sit back, watch some old Chris Chan. That'll be another series I do. So we're going to move on to this. It looks like this is his Reddit account. What caused the decision to recast Merle Dandridge as Alex Vance? According to Merle, she was never. Am I saying that right? According to Merle, she was never asked to sound younger, even though she knows she could. What percentage are your announced locomotion and comfort features at? How will the team be implementing a seated mode if the game has not been designed for such a mode? This is long. He really. Wow, they answered him. So he asked all these questions. They gave like a half-assed answer. That's pretty cool. They answered him though. He got fucking awards for this though. People are happy. It looks like. Misinformation campaign. What's happening? Tyler played the game on Twitch the moment it launched and made the game look like shit. How? All right, let's see. Oh, I see. He just plays it like a fucking troglodyte. Oh my god, how does he have an audience? How many people are watching this? I don't see it anywhere. God damn, how do people fucking tolerate that, man? I I, I don't get it. He has an audience though. So sorry, Half-Life Alex ending spoilers if you were paying attention, if you care. Tyler McVicker has gotten the majority of his news wrong. I thought he was like a true and honest journalist. Ah, man. Ah, and it's almost always misinformation. As mentioned earlier in the thread, his biggest claim to fame was unearthing Half-Life Alyx years before it was announced. All Tyler really did was data mine Dota 2 updates and found strings that mentioned HLVR and continued doing this for years with the help of his community. Becoming a liability. Holy shit. I hope he's a liability like Valve. Oh, I think that's what's going to happen. Aside from having their employees getting doxxed and harassed by his community, Valve suffered another blow from McVicker's existence. He's like a fucking comic book villain for these guys. McVicker's existence, and he played a role in fucking with the news of Half-Life Alyx's announcement. The Sunday before the official announcement, an anonymous source came into the VNN Discord and leaked a transcript between Jeff Keighley and the Half-Life Alyx team. It was legit, and the same person spread the news to various different outlets. Wow, that's funny. So I guess he kind of does have people. He has like inside sources. Valve confirms Half-Life Alyx. Nice. Because of the ineptitude and irresponsibility of the commonplace in the VNN Discord, this anonymous poster got to share this news without suffering any ramifications for longer than they should have, and everyone in the community. Eventually, Tyler privately spoke to them, and then just makes an announcement saying it's real, which led to his community losing their shit. Since nobody in that Discord, including Tyler, understands the Streisand effect, I don't know what that is. His staff just up and removed every post relating to the incident, which only made it more popular to talk about. The same anonymous source wound up sharing the news and quartering the other YouTube personalities due to their shit talk of the concepts of VR exclusives, Half-Life title. Jesus Christ, that was a long paragraph. I would have popcorned that shit if I was in class. Whew. We excited to unveil Half-Life as blah 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 blah. Valve Twitter. For the majority of the McVicker's career, he spread misinformation, as we've heard, and represented himself irresponsibly. As you can see earlier in this post, just Googling his name makes him look like an unemployable dumbass. Yeah, it's fucking baffling to me that he makes money. I don't get it. Um, but hey, that's how it works, I guess. Um, with his mind, with this in his mind, McVicker got heat again from Valve after acquiring a dev build of Half-Life Alyx and live streaming it like a fucking idiot. Wow, man. Wow. Letting that sink in a little. They gave him it, probably explicitly said, you do not share this on the internet, and then he live streamed it. Um, real journalistic integrity. Cephalon. There are a number of reasons why I won't do voice chats. Sorry, I can't give you anything that would be serious evidence against me if Valve finds out. Okay. Are you Gabe? Do you have a voice I would be able to pick out very quickly? LOL. I don't know what I'm doing that fucking voices for, but I'm gonna keep doing them now that I committed to it. For example, what if I'm a woman? Not saying I am, just if I am. That's three-fourths of the company already gone as possible suspects. Und- I don't know what that is now. I understand. I'm just messing. I was thinking the same thing. I don't know. LOL. If you are a woman, hello. Ew, what a fucking creep. Why would you say that? Like, no. In the latter half of April 2020, McVicker and his team, Lever Softworks, got the heat for disgruntled member of their Discord leaking the source code for an old build of Team Fortress 2. This is where we need to talk about Lever Softworks. Lever, if you're from over the pond. Fucking Britain and shit. Lever is kind of the rogues gallery of the Half-Life community, also where we get to finally talk about JC. So here's JC. We got JC right here. I'm not sure if I ever posted this extremely good photo of me from August. If I did, here it is again. JC, you look great. The explanation of every leak from today, April 22nd, 2020. The reason that this leak happened is because of one of Tyler's longtime associates was recently removed from Lever Softworks due to problematic behavior including racism, homophobia, and transphobia. This is 14 fucking tweets. Alright, twit longer wasn't out yet, I guess. This source was a regular of the Valve Cut Content Discord community. This place is notoriously toxic, with this leaker being no exception. This person and I have never gotten along. This entire fiasco is simply retaliation for being removed from Lever Softworks. Just yesterday, Lever Softworks was formerly Tyler's game development group for Valve Beta recreations, but in the last year or so has become more independent. The main project from Lever is a recreation of Valve canceled f-stop concept. I've been an on-again, off-again member of Lever for the last 4 years or so. I'm very familiar with this associate and their behavior. What follows will be an explanation of every individual item contained within this leak. Oh no. Fun story. I was in Pittsburgh during Anthrocon 2019. Anthrocon 2019 is the biggest furry convention, I believe, in like the country. I'd assume at least. It was massive. And there were fucking furries all over Pittsburgh. Yeah, it was weird. I took a picture with one. I think that paints a pretty good picture of exactly what JC is. And that's an asshole attention whore. Holy fuck. And that's an asshole attention whore drama queen autist who runs the Valve archive and they're trans. Yep. And they're a furry. A trans furry. Good for them. It's important to note that JC's being trans has nothing to do with them being an intolerable piece of shit. No, that's not why. They're probably just an intolerable piece of shit. They already were one when they were Jacathan. Yep, another person who changed their online alias and spends far too much time sitting at their computer in their bedroom. Another person misrepresenting that community and movement. What is this? Hi everyone. Me and my girlfriend Kimberly are opening Source Engine level design commissions. What does this mean? Well, basically, you can pay us to make Source level games for you. They can be for Team Fortress 2, Gary's Mod, single player Half-Life 2, or any other Source Gold Source title. They can include gameplay, scripting, single player scripting, or etc. $50 to $200, blah blah blah. So that's a Discord post. JC looks like offering money for some shitty games. Then there's a fucking guy who was the one that's responsible for leaking the source code. So Max is the guy who leaked everything. Ladies and gentlemen, is the man who got BTFO of every server because he was too insufferable. I'll leave his name out of it because I'm not going to stoop to his brain level. Um, so Max, some guy named Max, I guess. At some point, some guy named, to clarify, I thought it to myself, I guess I should just say it out loud. Some guy named Max, I guess, is the reason our boy here, Tyler McVicker, leaked this shit. At some point, Tyler gathered up these fools and got them to get to work on recreating old Valve shit, such as the Xbox exclusive levels for Portal, Still Alive, and cut content from Half-Life 2, Episode 3, and recreating F-Stop from the ground up. Damn, you got him working fucking hard, Tyler. I hope you're fucking no use to this company. So they fucking better be getting some of that credit. So F-Stop was a proto. I don't know what F-Stop was. So F-Type was a prototype game experiment where the core concept uses perspective bending, as seen in this video. I'm excited. This looks awful. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Oh, that's pretty neat. All right. So, mediocrity from the HL community's autists. Uh, I don't really get it. But we carry on. As you can imagine, having such popular individuals congregate and release such poor content should be a crying shame given the history of the Half-Life community. But the community now eats this shit up thanks to the ass-kicking, kissing Tyler fans. Not ass-kicking, ass-kissing Tyler fans give in destructive qualities Tyler and his gang have. Somewhere along the line in late 2016, McVicker spoke to an anonymous source, probably some schizoid contractor from Valve, and you can read the entire chat log between the two here. I'll put it up on screen quick, and you guys can pause and read if you'd like. If it's long, I'm probably not going to read the whole thing. Yeah, here, I'll just give you shots of each of it, and you can skip through this if you'd like. I'll leave a timestamp in there. Oh, getting funky with it. Holy shit, this is way longer than I thought. Oh, whoa. Whoa, look at this shit. He edited it, though. Oh, these are getting real long. About halfway there, guys. Getting jiggy with it. I'm real stoned. We're almost there, though. Quick readjust. And carry on. Alrighty, we're just about through. That took me way longer than I thought it would, but we're done. Back to it. So they had a long chat, and what that chat led to was Tyler and his autistic Sinister 6 acquiring source code from TF2 CSGO. Also, with this chat log being public, it narrows down who the individual could possibly be, which further demonstrates Tyler sucks at being a journalist and will never have a career in this field. Yeah, man, you can't leak your sources, man. I didn't leak anything. I just looked at it all, man. You leaked every single fucking bit of it. He's just being a fucking pussy. The f-stop build isn't real. It's a build of what Lever was working on. I will be submitting all the evidence I have on the SRC code leak to Valve's legal department. The code was first leaked to the major parts of the Source Engine community back in the fall of 2018. I contacted all official email addresses I had to warn Valve of this. But it's his fault because of his fucking community. He fucking promotes this shit. So as we're getting to the end here of his lol cow career cow page, um, infighting occurred in the group for a variety of reasons, which comes at no surprise considering Tyler rallied together a bunch of childish jackasses with issues and likes to kiss JC's ass. Despite every possible red flag being present for a group project, Tyler illegally shared the stolen source code with his teammates. So, what wound up occurring in April of 2020 is one of the members got in a spat with JC, which comes as no surprise since they effectively proved to be sped by their name online, by their mere online existence. I'm excited for whatever this page loads, I must say. Um, the explanation of every leak from today. The reason that this leak happened is because one of Tyler's longtime. Oh, wait, is this just that 14? Okay, so if you guys want to read that, I already read out this bit out loud earlier. Um, but if you guys want the rest, you can pause the video and read through here. Um, this one's much shorter. I'm not going to timestamp it. That's it right there. And back to finishing up here. Once again, this led to Valve having to go out of their way to damage control and make sure McVicker and his existence didn't cause any more mass damage. So what I've taken away from this so far is this guy is just the comic book, like he is the bronze kneecap. Is that his name? The bronze kneecap to the Crimson Shin, which is Valve. And I'm fucking here for it. That's everyone's got to have a villain, and I'm sure fucking Valve's not happy it's this guy. But we got some tweets before final remarks. From CSGO, We have reviewed the leaked code and believe wow, and believe it to be a reposting of a limited CS:GO engine code depot released to partners in late 2017, originally leaked in 2018. From this review, we have not found any reason for players to be alarmed or avoid their current builds. And TF2, they let out a very similar remark. McVicker broke the law and could potentially get fucked by the legal system, which wouldn't be upset if he did. This guy's something. So, final remarks. Tyler McVicker is not a journalist, no matter how many years he spent in college putting himself in a hole for the paper that says he is. He's always going to be a megalomaniac jackass with destructive personality who has a hard-on for Valve. He gets hundreds of thousands of views, lives comfortably off Patreon and Twitch bucks, misleads his viewers, and plays a destructive role in the communities he's involved in. He's turned the "my uncle works at Nintendo" trope into a career path. Like, much like Sammy Classic's Sonic fan, it's hard not to observe the cringe charm to the origins of Tyler McVicker's content. Tyler got some well-known heat for his "Why Half-Life 3 Will Be Announced at E3 2013" video. Obviously, this never happened, but this was mostly dismissed as just a passionate kid who really likes a video game company, and it's easy to just dismiss it at that. While he really was hopeful and tried really hard on his little video, he was inevitably wrong. The key difference between Sammy and Tyler is that Sammy moved past his cringy 14-year-old YouTube kid on the internet phase. Tyler, on the other hand, is a stupid jackass and decided to make his volatile gig his career and will never work in actual games journalism. Or for Valve. In truth, the reason Tyler McVicker rose to fame and popularity in the circle he's in is because he played a communication role during the time where Valve was not. He continues to make poor decisions, misleads his viewers while collecting their money, causes drift within the communities, and makes himself look like a clown on Twitch. So he's basically just like destroys fandoms like from the inside out on accident. He associates himself with idiots, children, and drama queens, and then gets mad when journalists take his stories and run with them, which hilariously happens far more often than necessary. And when he's wrong, he lacks professional accountability. So he's a big child. As someone we all know once said, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. Fuck that up right at the end. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed. If you have any particular threads that you like, I can very much go through them just like I did this one here. Maybe I'll get better at it too. I won't suck as much dick as I go on. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.